Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. It well and truly feels like Chelsea have arrived to the party. You know, we were late, we were stuck in a lot of traffic, almost like the M25 got shut down and we were there for about 3 weeks, right? But we finally made it, yeah? Liverpool and City and even Arsenal, right, have been at this party for quite a while already, and they've already gone around and seen exactly what's happening and who's there and had words with everyone, and we've only just arrived. Yeah, we are coming out of the car park, about to knock on the front door. We're here. We're here. Anyway, we're going to get into it. What has happened at Chelsea for me to be saying all of this? Now, it starts off with Marina. Marina Granovskaia is leaving Chelsea Football Club, as we've already come to know as of yesterday with Bruce Buck and that whole news that came out. But we have more details. Matt Law went on to the London Blue podcast, or the London is Blue podcast. Shout out that team, by the way. The London Blue pod is a very, very good podcast, so do check that out. Free plug. But Matt Law went on there and discussed some of the detail of what's going on with Marina Granovskaia right now. And how did this all come about? Because we all knew that Marina and her time at Chelsea could be coming to an end. But we thought one more transfer window, and then at the end, after a bit of a transition, so silently, quietly, just, leave. And that's all gone out of the window, and it seems like now that's just come fast forward, and she's now gone. Oh, she's leaving. So what came to pass? What happened? Well, Matt Law gives us some of the detail. And I have to say, I'm a little bit... Am I surprised? Yes and no. We'll get into it, but here it is. He says Marina's role had changed. Tuchel had been given more power. Bowley had told Tuchel he will try and deliver everything he wants, anything he wants, and that's obviously changed Marina's position within that. Bowley decided in the short term he can take this on. And the thing with this is, there's additional things that Matt Law says, but it almost seems like Marina, I don't want to say this because I don't know for 100%, but is she a little bit upset? That Tuchel's been given more power here, that she's no longer holding the reins? I don't know. That's just the vibe that I get when I read that. Anyway, Matt Law goes into a little bit more detail when he says this. I wouldn't be surprised if Tuchel was in the pictures with new signings. I think they're going to push... There's going to be a push to show this is him leading the way now. So it's clear as day that Thomas Tuchel is getting seriously backed here by Todd Bowley. And the influence that he's now going to have is massive. Just like Pep does at City. Just like Klopp does at Liverpool. Tuchel's going to get at Chelsea. And just like I explained in yesterday's video, where it was pretty clear from some of the people talking that Tuchel has now been given power. And in case of Marina leaving, it's Todd Bowley with Tuchel alongside him to be making the decisions on who we're bringing in and who we want. And that's because we are now backing the manager completely. And I have to say, I'm really happy at that. I'm really, really happy at that. And the first example of this happening is what I'm about to show you now. And I have to say, this surprised me. What I'm about to read to you came from Matt Law on the same podcast, so you can listen to the whole thing. But this came from Matt Law as well, and I'm a bit surprised. I'm glad it's gone the way it's gone, but I'm a bit surprised. Check this out. So Cech and Marina wanted to give Lukaku another season, but Bowley decided to go with what Tuchel wanted. Very promising signs from Chelsea's new owner. And that's from Kounde FC, who did get the information from the London is Blue podcast. Do check out that podcast. Because I have to say, from a financial perspective, I get it. But it's untenable. How in the blue hell Marina and Cech, this is according to Matt Law, by the way, which you'd think is reliable. Apparently, what planet is that a good idea to keep Lukaku after everything that's gone down and the way that he's gone about his business? And even on his side of the story, sacking his agent, getting a lawyer, spearheading this move himself. We don't need that at Chelsea Football Club. And I know there's many other fans that are having a laugh at us right now. Oh, look at Chelsea. They spent 100 million. Now they're just about to get 5 million back because he's now going on loan to Inter. They've been screwed. We know that. We weren't screwed. We were scammed. There's a difference. We were scammed, right? We were played. We were finessed. We were finessed beautifully by Lukaku and Inter Milan. Inter Milan have played a blinder here in terms of money, and Lukaku is... I don't have words to describe that guy. I just don't. I don't. And look, the faster he goes, the better. But Marina and Czech wanting to give him one more season... Even Czech, I'm surprised at Czech here. Marina, I can understand if she's like, oh crap, my signing's gone completely wrong here. I'm responsible for this blockbuster club record signing. I want to somehow make this work. I can get that, right? Czech, Petter, mate, what's wrong with you? Is there loyalty there because he knows Lukaku? He's played with Lukaku. Is there that? But this is the thing. When it comes to decisions like this, not even loyalty can get in the way. We're talking about proper, smart decisions for the benefit of the club. Not even loyalty can get in the way of that. We need to think about Chelsea first. Lukaku leaving is best for Chelsea. As Triple H and all those lot used to say, it's best for business. But there we are. So the signs are really, really good. Todd Boehly is clearly putting Thomas Tuchel at the forefront of his ideology. His decisions. Is it going to align with Thomas Tuchel? I want Thomas Tuchel to be the face of this team. I want Tuchel and his blueprint to be the way that we play. I want Tuchel to have the players that he wants in order to execute the way we want to play. Tuchel is the focus here. Just like Pep is, and just like Klopp is, Tuchel is getting backed. And it's looking like now, as I've said, we've arrived at the party. So what party have we arrived at? Well, Lukaku is now about to depart the club. It seems like now things are in motion. Marina's leaving. Todd's taken the reins. Tuchel's alongside him. We're about to get some business done. So let's get right into it. Nizar Kinsella fills us in with some of the latest in regards to business. Let's check it out. Chelsea have made initial contact over signing France international Jonathan Klaus. He could replace Azpilicueta. Costs around £10 million. He supports Chelsea, and Atletico also want him. Goes into more detail. Kounde remains the priority for Chelsea in any position, but Klaus is a serious next option. So this is the thing. When you read that, it's not a case of, if we don't get Kounde, we're going to get Klaus. We're going to get Klaus after we get Kounde. Nizar Kinsella in his article goes into detail to say that the Kounde deal is looking good. Right? We don't need to be worried about that. Now that it looks like things are in motion within the club, focus is going to be turning to Kounde. And we are going to get this done soon. And after that, Klaus is the next focus. Now, the one thing about Klaus, I know many people probably don't know about Jonathan Klaus. He plays for France, right? He's a French international. So in terms of how to pronounce his name properly, Jonathan Klaus. Or something like that. But he's a right wing back. Okay, he's 29 years old, so yes, he's not exactly the youngest, but there are things that he said prior to him getting linked with Chelsea, which is quite interesting. Very, very interesting. He said that he's a Chelsea supporter, that if there's one club, I think he was asked if there was one club that he would dream of playing for, he was Chelsea. Immediately, Chelsea. First choice, Chelsea. And I don't even know if he's set foot in England before, but yeah, all of a sudden now we're linked with him. And for £10 million, France international, plays for Lens, and is, I would think, a decent choice for a backup here. If we're looking at a backup to Reece James is going to be playing week in, week out, right? And as a France international who seems good enough and is rated highly and is wanted by Atletico too, good option for a backup, especially someone who wants to be at Chelsea, someone who is clearly a fan and is going to appreciate no matter what role he's given. Perfect. As a backup, perfect. That's what you want. You want someone who's going to be content, but is ready to come on and give everything if they're called upon. That's a backup. And I feel like he can understand that, especially knowing that Reece James is going to be first choice here. So it's a good deal. 10 million. I have to say here, is our scouting department actually doing some work? Finally, our scouts are working. They're not just sitting at their desk drinking tea, right? They're doing some work. And apparently, according to Nizar Kinsella, it's been quite a while since they've been doing some work. Check this out. Chelsea have scouted Jonathan Klaus's last 50 matches and done due diligence. Chelsea identified him as a target shortly after Thomas Tuchel became manager. Klaus, if signed, would be brought in as backup for Reece James. This is very, very promising. And now that it seems like Kounde is going to be the target that we're going to go after first, after that, Jonathan Klaus, we get ourselves a right wing back. Happy days. Can he play left wing back? I don't know. I'm not sure. But right wing back for sure. And also in the French team, this is something that's key as well. Within the French national setup, Jonathan Klaus plays as a right wing back. Kounde plays as a right centre back. If it's ever needed and Reece James isn't playing, there's already French chemistry there between Kounde and Jonathan Klaus. They've played together. They know each other. Not to deep detail because it's only during international and Jonathan Klaus has only got 4 caps. But it's better than nothing. And I feel like for international level as well as club level, that can be something that we can work on quite well. If Reece James obviously isn't playing. And with Kounde being in there, it means Reece James doesn't need to go to right centre-back. It means that he can just focus fully on being a right wing-back and the best right wing-back in the country and possibly the world. And yes, I said that. Liverpool fans come at me. Anyway, I'm kidding. That's the latest in regards to all of that, in regards to the incomings. What about the outgoings? See, now this is the thing. Now we're starting to hear things. Yeah, we're starting to hear things, and I like it. Now, this next one is going to probably disappoint some of you, and it's going to make some of you happy. Let's check it out. Ziyech is in advanced talks over a move to AC Milan. Talks are ongoing, while Milan offer is €5 million for loan, with an option to buy for €20 million. That's not €20, by the way. Positive feelings as the transfer is close to being finalised. This has come from Anto Vitiello, who writes for Milan News and is apparently a tier 1 source for AC Milan. So he's saying that AC Milan are well advanced. Ziyech, looking like a loan with an option to buy later, is going to be happening. Which means, what does that mean to all of you watching now? What does that mean? Yeah, when you think logically. It means we got a winger coming in, people. If we're going to be keeping the same the same approach, the same, what's the word I'm looking for here? We normally have 1 in, 1 out. Yeah, that's normally the policy. That's the word I'm looking for. Policy. The policy at Chelsea is normally 1 in, 1 out. Now, I don't know if with Marina and Bruce Buckley, even if that's going to change. But with Ziyech going out the door, I'd like to think, okay, it means we're getting a winger in. We've got more assurances in regards to Dembele. And the Sterling deal apparently could be in the next 2 weeks or so. He needs to make decision in terms of his future, and there haven't been any talks yet between Chelsea and Manchester City properly. So, yeah, we'll wait and see. But if Ziyech is going, I'm expecting someone to come in as well. So now it's looking like we're hearing things. Things are happening, things are motion. And it's come after Marina and Buck have stepped down. Marina is going to be leaving this week, which is crazy. As I've said at the start of the video, I didn't expect that to happen that quickly. But now Todd Boehly is running things. And we are in the market for a sporting director. We are going to be hiring a new sporting director. When is that going to be happening? I don't know. But for now, Todd Boehly, the new chairman, is working alongside Thomas Tuchel, and we're getting some things done now. And with Lukaku leaving the club, we can shift focus to things that we need to do to start helping this team. And I'm glad it's now happening. So my mind has been put to rest here. I have been rest assured. I'm calm now. I'm calm, and I hope all of you are too. I'm starting to get better feelings about the way we're doing things now. Let's wait and see. But I love the fact that Thomas Tuchel is the focus here. He's getting backed. I have to say, to end the video, all the managers that suffered at Chelsea, yeah, all the managers that couldn't get given what they wanted. That had to die for the cause, right? And now Thomas Tuchel is reaping the rewards. Finally, we're backing a manager. It's great to see. Anyway, Todd Boehly, I fully agree with his approach so far. I fully agree with the way that we're doing things. let's keep it up. Let me know how you feel. Let me know your opinions down below. I'd love to hear them. Hit them now, and I'd have a read. So thank you all very, very much. Hit the subscribe button if you want to. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this, and I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new update, people. I'll see you then. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Take care, and peace.